Alrighty, let's call this the 2020 Power Walk. Seeing with fire. Because if you just listen to the stories and you allow yourself to be hypnotized by the stories, well, that's how most people live. Let's dive in. I'm finding myself doing this every morning. This is the longest fence and the newest fence on Kringle Drive. There goes one. So every morning I'm walking the longest fence and the newest fence on Kringle Drive with my coffee cup. There goes another. Those are opportunities. Very real opportunities. In other words, people who I imagine lovingly for. As I walk the fence. It's not even 5 a.m. yet, but I'm up. And I'm on fire. I just can't help it. We met a lady the other day who should be retiring. Her friends tell her she should retire. Sell her little shop and paint. She goes, I don't want to paint. She loves her shop. She loves what she does. And I told her the day you sell your shop and paint is the day you die. We're life-giving spirits. That's not just a metaphysical thing. It's what prevents you from, let's be honest, looking for signs. Love that guy. He did a great job on our fence. And I can imagine lovingly for him as well. You see, the Mr. 2020 Power Walk goes like this. Take a walk. Get off your ass. Get out of your head. And take a walk. And imagine lovingly for those who you pass. And those who pop into mind. For some reason, when I see my shadow, right now my mom and now my dad have popped into mind. And so I'll just imagine lovingly for them. You could hear it in the tone of my voice. And I imagine lovingly for this one. Let's see what shows up. Oh, and this one, there's two. These are my opportunities to imagine lovingly, to walk in the state of being the blessing. These people are just driving somewhere. Driving to work, driving home from work. And as I walk my fence, not needing signs, because I know who put the fence there, Sean McAllister. Because I know the one cause. And I'll imagine lovingly for that one too. Sometimes I get a specific. I imagine him sitting around with a little girl bouncing on his lap. No idea. No idea why. But Neville Goddard says the moment a desire is upon you. My desire is to take a power walk. The 2020 Power Walk, and imagine for the people who I pass and the people who pop into mind. Looks like it's going to take around 7 minutes. Is your life worth 7 minutes of doing something that works? I challenge you to do this every day. Because here's what happens. As humans, we are wired for story. And as divine, we live from states. And most people don't have a clue there's a difference between the two. And most people are teaching to change your story, flip the script. That ain't what works. You gotta change your state. Transformation happens in the twinkle of an eye. That fast. Transformation happens in the twinkle of an eye. By the way, in therapy, they say, oh, my world was shattered. My world was shattered in the twinkle of an eye. I could tell you the story of the riot. And my world was shattered. Hey, there's one. Imagine living for them. By the way, that was the coppers. I didn't get arrested for walking around in my dressing gown, making a video. But meanwhile, I imagine lovingly for them, I was them. So every day you're going to live according to stories or states. And you know what stories are? There's only one type of good story. And it's a story that has trouble in it. Problems. And people get hypnotized by their stories, by their problems. Man, we had the fence fall down, like from here to there. And I had problems with it. I went human at first. We all do. And it's like, I don't want people here for a month fixing a fence. Let's just get that little bit fixed instead of replacing the whole damn thing and be done with it. And Victoria said, let's talk to this guy. And he showed up, and I imagined lovingly for him. And for my fence, God, he did a bang-up job, in and out in a week. And I was with doing some extras. But I seem to digress. So as humans, we are wired for story. Story is how we entertain wisdom. Back in the old days, we sat around fires, and we told stories, we listened to stories, and they helped us be more effective humans. And I love storytelling. It's still great for conveying wisdom, but we've separated it. We listen to stories for entertainment, and we get hypnotized by their lack of wisdom. And so we worry because of stories. But more on that some other time. But as divinity, we live from states. Now watch this. I am in a state of being the blessing, of being Mr. 2020, of sharing wisdom, of making a difference in the world. I am in a state that reveals that I know that I matter. Ready? Let me really shorten this down because this is good. I'm in the state of happy, loving teacher teaching you this. And I'm also in the state of being the blessing. And so I imagine lovingly for those who I pass, those who pop into mind. And I don't have to make up a long story. All I have to do is have an experience. I lift my mom up. I lift my dad. I lift you. I'd love to know, do you do the 20 power walk? Do you take the time to see with fire? Because you'll notice there's no time to do affirmations while you're doing this. There's no need to either. And like Neville said, there never was a need for that stuff. Dive deeper, soar higher. Reach out, let me know. See ya.